Got a huge clash coming up between David Morrell, Imam Khataev. It's gonna be a very good fight. I think David Morrell, after his clash with David Benavidez, is gonna have a lot to bring to the table. I think him that David Benavidez had a very good fight as far as style matchup at the age they're at right now. I think that David Morrell learned a lot in that fight. When to press the gas. I felt like he had a lot left in the tank. So in this fight with Kantiev, he's gonna be able to use that experience he has to, gain some entry to this guy's body and also be able to counter a lot in this fight. Kantiev is a very aggressive fighter. He likes to throw combinations and bunches, punches and bunches. But I think Morrell will be able to handle that. One thing they do have in common is the footwork is somewhat above average for Kantiev and for Morrell as well. They know how to move around the ring well. So it's going to be a lot of things like that going on. But with Morrell, he needs to find out how to break these guys down a lot easier. I think he could have did that in the Benavidez fight, but it seemed like it just didn't happen. It definitely could have happened a lot easier, but it just didn't happen in the Benavidez fight. And I felt like he had a lot of situations where he could have. But with Katiev, this guy's very strong, throws a lot of combinations, throws a lot of hooks, jabs a lot. He's open to get punched too as well. Takes a lot of punches. I said recently, man, he kind of fights like Kambosos, like a strong Kambosos with knockout power at heavyweight. I mean, at light heavyweight. But then I seen him training with Kambosos. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird that he's actually training Kambosos, and I kind of see Kambosos' style in his style. So I didn't even know that he was training with Kambosos or even had any kind of affiliation with Kambosos. But he does, and this he's a horse, man, for real. Like, he's a workhorse. He's going to be able to get in the ring with Morrell, and we're going to find out a lot of stuff we didn't know about Morrell the last fight with David Benavidez. This is kind of like a Teofimo versus Kambosos to me. Or, I've seen some other matchups I thought about that was similar. It's just like one of those matchups, man, like a Terrence Crawford versus a Madrimov type of matchup where you're going in there with a very athletic guy who's going to be able to let his hands go, do everything that he needs to. He can throw every punch. Only thing about him is his defense, and his stamina is good, but it's not to the point where David Morrell is going to be outworked. I don't think that's going to be the point. So with Katiev, I definitely want to see him work a little bit harder in those late rounds compared to a guy like David Morrell. That's going to be kind of hard to duplicate, but he needs to be in there letting his hands go. Because Morrell, he's not going to wait around. He's going to jab to the body, break him down. I feel like Katiev jabs very well, throws some very good hooks, doesn't go to the body as much as he should. So that's why I think Morrell will have an opening. But Katiev does throw a lot of combinations, has a lot of power, counters well in certain situations when he wants to. Only thing I will say Katiev has an advantage on, he throws punches when you can't really time his punches. He's always off beat. I think Morrell is more in rhythm than Katiev is. And that would kind of play a huge difference in this fight. Morrell is a guy who will be able to, have a rhythm and a pace that Katiev can pick up. But I think Katiev, he's off beat, though. He's off rhythm. He's not like a fighter you would run into a lot. So his style is going to be very tricky to get used to when you're in the ring with, just because he's so offbeat and he does a lot of different things. But I expect him to go to the body a lot more. Both of these guys definitely have to go to the body a lot more. Because with Katiev, he's easy to hit in the face. You see he has a black eye in one of these videos right now, but he's still easy to get touched. So Morrell has to take his time, be relaxed, and try to get rid of this guy. Like, he really has to. If he waits around and plays with Katiev too long, it's going to be a long fight. But I feel like this can go to either decision or for Morrell or a late knockout, but I think it could be over 8.5. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.